Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we are going to have an update for fleet sales. There has been a big shift recently that we need to talk about because this is going to affect the entire car market. Before we get into this video though, as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below, and some of the information provided in today's video comes from Cox Automotive. Let's get into it. So to set the stage for today's video, we have to quickly talk about these strikes that happened last year. Basically, the strikes occurred and fleet sales went down at the same time that the strikes occurred. Now, they came to an agreement with the big three automakers. That was the whole thing that was happening. And once that agreement was met, fleet sales just went boom, through the roof. Again, December was a really strong month for fleet sales. And so here are the numbers. This is year-over-year changes from December 2022 to December 2023. Commercial fleet sales actually declined by 13.9% from about 80,000 units to about 69,000 units. Government fleet sales increased from about 20,000 to 21,000, 5.7% increase. But the biggest change is with rental fleets. They went from 64,000 units last year to over 110,000 units in December this year, a 71.8% increase. So the rental fleet increase more than makes up for the decline that you see in the commercial side of things within the fleet world. Now, something else that's very interesting is the automakers that are selling to these fleets. Nissan's doing really well right now. Toyota and Hyundai are also doing well right now. General Motors did report a decline there. One of the big players in the fleet market. Ford, Stellantis, also, again, the big three are always kind of a part of that. Which, again, that makes sense why they had a decline because the strikes and everything that they had going against them. But this puts us at a market where the fleet sales are going to be about 16.1% of the market is what Cox Automotive estimates. And I think that 16.1% is going to be bigger next year because we're most likely going to see a softening in the retail market. I mean, we're already seeing that. And let's quickly talk about that as we kind of close off today's video with this whole fleet sale talk. So last year was a really good year for the car market compared to what we saw during the pandemic. Like, we had a big increase in the volume of vehicles sold both in the fleet world and also in the retail world. But we've already seen some cracks form within the retail market. I mean, December was a pretty decent month, but it wasn't as good as what automakers and dealers were expecting. And November last year was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Now, it's too soon to tell what's going to happen this month. The sales month of January is typically a slower month for automakers in general, so you can't really judge the whole year by January. But we're going to have to see what happens this year. And again, judging by what was happening last year at the softening, it looks like retail sales are going to soften this year. And so what that means is that if fleet sales continue to be strong and potentially increase this year, which it looks like that might happen because production is high enough and there's still demand for these fleet vehicles, then the fleet market is going to be a much larger percentage of the overall new vehicle market because the retail customers just aren't there. So this is going to put automakers in one of two positions. Either, try to tailor more vehicles towards fleet customers because that's going to, it's at 16% right now. I would be shocked if it was anything less than 20% over the course of this year with how everything is trending. And so if a fifth-year market is a particular customer, then yeah, you might see more vehicles tailored towards that customer. Or, what we might see is automakers finally pulling back their pricing because they're like, okay, we can't rely, because, fleet customers are great, but the profits to be made on fleet customers are not nearly as good as a retail customer because, again, this isn't every single deal, but typically retail customers order vehicles with more options where there's more profit to be made, and on top of that they will pay more for the cars. Again, that's not always the case, but what you'll typically see is because these companies are buying these vehicles in bulk, they kind of get a bulk discount. So bulk discount on lower option vehicles that already have a lower MSRP, right? That's less money to be made by the automakers compared to if they have these retail vehicles that are the loaded up packages that they can sell for higher money amounts. So I think this is going to be a very important thing to follow in the 2024 market because depending on what happens in the fleet market, I think will determine, kind of how automakers pivot moving forward. We'll see you.